Hello, 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 everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, YouTube. You guys don't see Sweet Lips, but
How
you can.
y'all doing? I hope everybody's fine. Had a good day wherever you at. Thanks for being with us, and we are back again as
Yes,
always. We're gonna always be back. We're gonna always be here. We always,
we
always.
back like we never left. Let's put some
See?
stink on it. We back like we never
Yep.
left. That's how we back. We back like we never
back
left.
like we never left.
Yep.
That's how we back. We back like we never left. We never left.
Hold
That's
on.
the sister's echo. She loved DJing like this. It's her DJ experience. You see, that's why you hear all that. You gotta get her DJ equipment together. See? That's DJ Sister Sledge.
Sorry about that.
She did it on purpose to teach y'all a
Way
lesson.
that you can-
She did that to wake y'all up. That's why she ain't sorry. She did it on purpose. Y'all pay attention.
No, it was. I forgot to turn down. Turn down for what? No. Turn down for what? But Jesus, I told night nurse that I would text her when we go live. I just
She ain't been in on a thing in a while, huh?
Yes, she has been. We didn't do it yesterday.
Oh, wait a minute. I ain't never heard about no night. I always heard. I know about the baker, but
Yeah, she hasn't been on in a while.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Shouldn't she be chiming in? It says night nurse.
Leave it to my brother. Leave it to my brother. Leave it to my brother. Leave it to him.
Yeah, leave it to
Guys,
me.
it is Sister Sledge, and what there is my little brother, oh Sweet Lips himself.
Sweet lips, that's me.
Lips.
Oh, honey pie, sugar bear. I'm all that, and then some. You can call me Sweet Pig Feet Knuckles and call me anything you want. Just call me.
Put you on your Miss Cleo. Call me. Just call me. Call me anytime.
That's right.
Anytime you want to call me, just call me. Oh, my Jesus. Let me
When does the baker come in?
I am getting ready to.
Jesus Christ, Gil. By the time you start sending somebody something, boy, it'd probably be like 1 o'clock in the morning daytime, wherever they at.
I keep saying that to unsubscribe and then subscribe again when you're not getting the notifications. Hold on, let me hit live because I don't even know what I would think. I was trying to type liver instead of live. But
hold on. Let me
do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. And so some of you, the notifications is just going out because I hear the buzz. And that is the reason why I try to give you guys time to log on here, because sometimes it takes a minute for everyone to give you guys time to get the notification. But I see that. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening. Hello, everyone there on YouTube. Hello, hello, hello. It is Sledge. You can hear Sweet Lips, but you cannot see him because we just decided that we're going to do YouTube on, well, I have decided that I am going to do YouTube on a separate channel so that the other people that are talking that they don't get the notifications So we're not streaming with the StreamYard. So we're just going to just come live here, okay? If it makes sense. Sorry. Sometimes you have to bend a little bit to get everyone in. Blessings, Cassandra. Blessings. Blessings. How are you this evening? Guys, do not forget to like and share the video, please, and thank you, so that more people will receive. Oh my goodness. You know, sometimes you have to switch it up there, sister. Sometimes you have to switch it up. Sorry. But Sweet Lips is not back yet, but we, us, will give you the scripture. Now let's just go over everything again. We are speaking on God's promises for marriages, okay? We are speaking about how to get beyond these 5-minute contracts is what I am calling them, because it just seems like everyone is either married for 5 minutes or the contract is for 6 months, and no one's putting forth all the effort necessary to make that marriage work, to make it survive. Like, you can survive. If you say that you love someone, you have to work at it. So Sweet Lips is back, and
Yep, I'm back. Had to go away for a while. Had to, give out some candy. No.
I am going to give you guys the scripture.
Yeah.
So here's the marriage scripture.
Hold on, let me say hi to Sister Baker. Hello,
Yes.
Sister Baker.
There. So though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of three. Nope, I did this already. And for the ones that was not here on YouTube, that was Ecclesiastes 4:12, but I did it already. Now, here's Romans 13, verse 38. Owe no one anything except to love one another, for he who loves another has fulfilled the law. That is Romans 13, verse 38. Okay? And now here's a quick prayer for marriages, and this one is for strength. The prayer for strength. Lord, give us the strength to face challenges together, to support each other through difficult times, and to lean on you for guidance and comfort when we are feeling weak. And notice. Give us the strength, not give me the strength, not give him the strength, give us. Because I keep saying that when you are in a marriage, it starts off in a relationship as boyfriend, girlfriend. And to me, these are the things that you need to work on in order to get into the marriage. Because if you don't have this understanding here as boyfriend, girlfriend, for sure, you have no business getting married. That's just my take on it.
Yeah, my take is, if you're not married, you want to shack up, shack and shack on. As long as you all love each other, shack on, shack on, shack on.
Sweet Lips believe in shacking up.
Hey.
I believe that there's a time limit, expiration date on everything.
We keep saying this, and we always been, because I just so feel
a little bit
just being with someone. I mean, you don't have to be mad. I mean, if it works out for you, it just works out.
Right. If it works, it works.
Don't. The marriage is just not them.
Some people are afraid of it. Cassandra said, "I have been there and done that."
Okay, what she did?
What have you done? You mean shack the shack up part?
No, you're talking about the married part. Okay, maybe
not the marriage part. So she said earlier that she was not married, that she's never been married.
Well, you see, that's because
some people want it.
Some people want it. And my dear Sister Baker, that's because
not being married and living with people. She said those days she's been there not being married and living with people. Yeah, some people it works for them.
Yeah, but sometimes, here's the thing. Sometimes maybe when some things don't work out when you're living with someone, maybe it's because that just probably wasn't the right person or the right time for you. But that don't mean stop trying, because sometimes you could go the other route and then get married, and that's what I'm saying. Either way it goes, you can get married, and then who knows, that may not work out. It all depends on the individual person.
This
So
is true.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. It's just something about the piece of paper of marriage that to some people that just changes things. It just changes things completely, and then some people don't.
Well, if it's not changing for the better, like I said, to me, I just believe that if I want to spend my life, the rest of my life with someone, and that person is saying that they love me, and I know that I am the type that wants to get married, like my journey that I am on now is different from the journey that I was on when I was single. But even being single, I always knew that I was not going to shack up with someone.
Because you always knew that you wanted,
right. I always knew that I wanted to be married.
Yes, always knew you wanted to be married. And here's the thing. Child, you've been married about 60 years now.
I'll try to put this in a beautiful face.
I'm just saying, see, that what worked for you knew, but to some people feel like marriage just takes away. It's like when they did, here's the thing, they were just fine. I'll say this again, and I know plenty of couples that went through, they were just fine until they got married, and it changed everything. Everything changed.
But it should not have changed. That's what I'm saying. When you go into it,
people change. Some people, when they get married, all of a sudden, man or woman, everything becomes possessive. All of a sudden, oh, you this, you my wife now, and you got to do this, and you supposed, oh, you my husband. It's just changing. Like, wow, all this, it changes. Some people like, if we have never got married, we were just fine. We ain't never had a problem with nothing. All of a sudden.
But then why? Why? That's what I'm saying.
It's somebody else in that relationship. They met. Here's the thing. They change and start getting possessive. And the simple things that you used to do that was no problem, all of a sudden, when you do it, is a marriage on the end of it. Oh, what? You was on with your boy late last night. I'm your wife. You should have let me know. It's like, I didn't let you know any other time. I've been doing this for 20 years. What are you talking about? It's a big difference now. It's like, that piece of paper shouldn't have changed nothing.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. But when you look at it that way, like that person didn't suddenly become that way. There were hidden traits already. That possessiveness was there already. That's how I look at it. If everything was cool, now all of a sudden we get married, and now it's, I want to know when you breathe. I want to know, when you go to the store, I want to know this and I want to know that. The whole idea is what would change? What changed you?
I would say,
that those traits was there already, and I just overlooked it.
Not if, not if. They were never there because it was never seen, because between one and the other, one person was always looking forward to getting married. The other person wasn't. It never came up. And then all of a sudden they was like, once he or she married, once they marry me, that's it. Everything gonna change. You just wait. And then they get married. You be like, what the heck just happened to you? It's like, because they was waiting to get married. Now, here's the other side. I mean, it's like, okay, you know what? Like, wow, I wouldn't. And that's why you need to know, and people need to say, do you want to get married or not? Is that what you want or not? Because if we both want different things, we already know this is not going to work out. And I don't want to hold you back. I don't want to hold you back. So this is not going to work out. It's not going to happen.
And that's why I said, the communication has to be there. If I communicate to you that I want to get married and you tell me up front that that's not what you want, you best believe I am out the door. That relationship is done. That's why I say a lot of times when things happen, like, did you not see it? You have to be on the same level, because when you force someone into any type of situation, it's not going to last, because they are not there on their own accord. They are there by force.
But then here's the thing. Here's how I look at it. If you marry, the same principle of being married is the same principle of someone that's not married. Because here's the thing. If I've been with you, you've been with somebody, say 30 years, we communicate well. There's no cheating. I show you how much I love you. We both, everything that's possibly in a marriage is we got right here in this relationship. What's the difference? The difference become the piece of paper. The piece of paper is what changed people. It's like we have have your man ever cheated on you? No. Have you women cheat? No. Do you trust them? With all my heart. Been with them 30 years. Then only thing that people said changes the piece of paper. Well, what we need a piece of paper for? We've been doing this for 30 years. It's no difference, because as people say, when you're married, you got to be loyal. When you're married, it's the same thing as not being married. And people are still the same way in that relationship.
Hold on. Cassandra says some people don't want to see it. Some people think once you get married, things will continue to be the same and your real person comes out, but you can change your character. Right. Because this is what I do believe. If you want to get married, and I love you, I love you, I love you from the moon and back, then I am going to give you what you want. I am going to bend. I am going to change my ways, because at the end of the day, we're looking to complement, satisfy, do things together. So if you truly want to get married, and I know that this is your desire, and we've been together for X amount of time, regardless how I used to feel, I am going to love you enough to say, you know what? We've been together all this time. Yeah, come on, let's get married. Let's just do it.
You say that, and it's the thing that you say that, when you say that, it just gives me flashbacks in my head. But here's the thing. I have been there before.
Right.
I have I have extend that and say, you know what? Let's just get married. But when you hear the word was like, nah, I don't want to get married, I pulled back and I was like, okay, this conversation will never happen. No, I respect it. No problem whatsoever. I respect, and because I have been there before. So, you just leave it alone. That's why I said some things work just fine. And it's like, okay.
When cool. two people are together and neither one of you want to get married, then you're in the right relationship. That is we all got to answer to a higher being ourselves. You know what I mean? So that's your answer. That's your thing. That's your thing. That's both of you guys' choices that you make. Like I said, when you have someone that wants to get married, now say one don't want to and one does. If you love that person enough, love that person the way you claim to love that person, then you will give in. Why not look at someone day in and day out and say, I love you? Love what means you would bend. Cassandra said, not asking your personal business, Sweet Lips, but how old was you when you got married?
About 21, 22. About 21, 22.
Young.
Yeah, young.
And as I said before, Sweet Lips was not thinking about marriage, but I was. And so
Yeah.
bought the
She,
dress
she,
alone and
she,
had convinced them.
yeah, she convinced me and said I should get married when I wasn't ready. I had a shotgun wedding and she was holding it.
Oh no, I no. Once I told them that they should get married, I had left because my flight was leaving. Like I had convinced them on a Friday, and they had to wait until that Monday to go to the court. But I was leaving that Sunday, so
Yeah.
they, and I just handed his
Yeah.
girlfriend a dress. It was a beautiful pink dress, by the way, and but that is the reason why. No, you know what? I'm going to say that nothing really changed because to this day, I just think that um, it's just something. I don't know. It's just something that to me it feels right. It is when you come to change your life. It is something that the Lord, and that's what I said. It just depends on where you're at in your walk. Some people it works for, some people it don't, because we are all individuals and because we are all children of the Most High. You know what I mean? He's not going to just take away favor and have no mercy on you because you're not married. I myself do not believe that because he loves us unconditionally. So
And you know what?
that's my belief.
Yeah, and there, and I agree. They're like that's why I say that you can be with someone for umpteen years and things just go just fine.
Yes, Sweet Lips was too young. Cassandra said basically Sweet Lips was too young to get married. Really, he was too young. But I knew that he was still in that impressible stage. And I knew that, he just had that type of love for his sister that, when my sister said this and it must be right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I was young enough that I was impressed with, of course, my sister wanted me to get married. But I knew that my style of life, Sweet Lips was out there young. I was ripping and running. I knew I wasn't really ready. Hey, I mean, I figured do it and go hang out. You know what I mean? I didn't know no better. So, I mean, hey.
And really, he was not mature enough.
No way.
He definitely was not mature. He was not mature. When I look at him and I look at my son, and like my son would say, I'm not ready for no kids. You know what I mean? Like marriage is not on his table. When I look at my son and I say that, and I say, oh, you know what? You're right, because you're selfish and you're immature and it's all about you. Now in hindsight, I see it. But when, Sweet Lips said, I'm not ready, I was like, let me see, let me go back in the room. One, two, no, you ready. You know what I mean? But now that I look at it, you have to allow a person to mature.
Yeah.
You have to allow a person to say, you know what? Now I have something to offer. So now that I look at it, I can see that. But before, I did not see that. All I saw was all these kids and y'all still together. You know what I mean? And then I did not look, because sometimes when you just get a person and be like, you know what, let's go get married. Oh, okay. No one's really giving no thought behind it.
Nope.
You know what I mean? No one's putting no thought. Okay, now, like I believe, I know you're saying you don't want to get married, but I'm saying one day, if you should happen to change your mind, that now you can look at it and say, in this area, I have matured. In this here area, I maybe need to grow a little more. So you will know the steps to take because, you know what I mean? We're talking more about it. You have matured more.
Well,
Your thought process is different.
I think I matured a lot. Matter of fact, I know I did. I'm a whole different person from when I was 21, 22. But the whole idea is, it's just not in the cards for me.
Right. Because you've been there, done that.
Yeah, well, yeah, well,
Well, I mean, even being there, done that, like, you know what I mean? People change, one day you would change your mind. You know what I mean? You just never know. Right now, at this here present moment, you're saying that you're not ready, but it's also a part of when it's all said and done, not really letting go of what happened before. Because if every time you bring up marriage, when marriage is a topic of the conversation, and you say, no, I've been there before, because before when isn't it, it means that whatever went on in that marriage, that you're still holding on to something.
Okay,
you have not truly yet let it go and forgive both parties.
I knew that you'll probably say that, but here's the thing. Whatever happened when I say in my 20s, I don't hold on to no one. I mean, honestly, that's like nothing to me now. I moved on from that like 5 times over. But
no, I mean, as far as marriage, I'm just talking about the marriage.
Listen, as far as marriage, like, if let's say in a situation, if you want to get married and someone else don't want to get married, and you still love that person or whatever, you just say, okay, it is what it is, and that's that. You don't really. That's like any woman. They ain't really gonna ask no more. It's like I asked once, being one of them. I mean, it's like, okay, good enough for me. I throw it out the window. That don't change how I feel about you. It just lets me know that's not something that you want to do. So why would I ask again? Once is enough.
Cassandra said, you're holding on to the past. Let it go. You was young back then. You're older and more mature.
Okay, yes, I am. But like I said,
we all get to a certain point and we all know what we want and you work towards it.
But this is here to me. What I like about this here, what we are doing, when I say we and what we're accomplishing here,
right?
I mean, and to the point 101 is we talk about truth here.
Right.
And when you reach a certain age, like to me, I'm blessed to say that I live to be, it's like amazing to me that I can't ready to believe I'm going to be 60.
With your fine self.
Hey, 60, and I still say to myself, I'm about the real. If you say something in my mouth, I'm going to give you the truth here, and this is how it's supposed to be. Because why not? You
handsome self. Look how good my brother looking. You're gonna be 60.
You live for a certain thing, and you go through what you go through, and there's some things you can't say. So I'm just gonna be kind of put it in a sweet way. When you get a certain age, you don't got time for the bull. You get what I'm saying? If I'm gonna tell it to you, I'm gonna tell it to you the truth. I'm gonna give it to you raw. Why pretend? I'm past that. I'm past that. If I'm going to explain something to someone out there that's listening, you're going to hear the truth come out this mouth. And what I'm just saying is, yeah, I let go all like we all do. We let go all young things on that. You get up there in age, but like I said, reason why I said that, marriage is not for me, because I just know when you at a certain frame of mind,
Right.
You can feel that way, but then afterwards you do pull back. That's how I look at it.
For whatever reason, you just
Yeah,
pull. For
that's
whatever
right.
reason.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on. Now, here is an example. Cassandra said, and I am 65 years old and I've been ready to get married for years, but I guess I haven't met the right person yet. Right. Because
Yeah, you will.
you're getting yourself prepared. When you do, when that right person comes to you, when the Most High sends that person to you, that person will be prepared also.
Yeah.
Unless the only way that, let me just do my lips because, like I said, we speaks the truth.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah. Hey.
The only way that he would send you a test to see whether you know that he sent that person or that's just Joe Blow passing through is when you go out there and all of a sudden you got a 35-year-old brother man from the 5th floor riding your back. That means that you're going to have to wash him up, get him ready, and just put. So, you know what I mean? If he's sending someone to you and you know you're 65, whatever, okay. Now, if he sends baby back ribs to you and he's 35, so would you accept that the Lord has sent little Billy Bob to you? Or are you looking for someone in your age range? Sandra, could you answer that? Yes, I'm waiting on God because God made sure it is not perfect, but it is right. So I'm asking you, Cassandra, if the Most High, if you right now at this moment, you go outside your door and he is 35, he is in his 30s, will you marry him?
No. Oh, me? Oh,
No, I'm asking Cassandra because she says she's waiting on the Lord. So I'm asking you because I had a woman on here and she was 52, 53, and her husband was 35. And she said, you know, they went through whatever they went through. And, you know, he was very kind. He was very sweet. He was very supportive. And they've been married for a while. So, wait, Cassandra said, girl, my oldest daughter is 44 years old. I don't think I want a 35-year-old. I want somebody maybe a little older than me, much more experienced. But that is what you want. But what I'm asking is if little Billy from around the block was 35 years old, he had a job, maybe he have kids, maybe he don't. If little Billy wants to marry you and he is in his 30s, will you marry him? How old your daughter is has nothing to do with what is being sent to you. I don't think so, girl. Okay. I'm just saying. And for the ones here on Facebook, on YouTube, if you were single and you were up in age over 50, will you look at a 30-something-year-old to say that I want to marry that person? And then why would his age matter? You know what I mean? It's almost like that Stella got a groove back, but then we just don't know who it is that the Lord will send to us. So you're saying, Cassandra, that, and for you too, Cassandra is saying that she's waiting. She's 65, and I've been ready to get married for years, but I guess I haven't met the right person. And she's waiting on God because we just don't know what the Lord is going to send to us or who he's going to send to us, when he's going to send it to us. But if you're waiting, you say you're waiting on the Lord and he turns around and sends someone to you that is way, yay, younger than you. Would you accept that person? And Cassandra said, God was in your heart desires, and I desire a man a little more mature than 35. So
You
you're
know,
saying that because they're 35 that they would be immature?
let me say this like that. 35. I look at all these people. Look at Cher. Look how beautiful Cher is for her age. And you see that young guy. She. It's just that some older people going for younger guys, and they're all mature. Just they have just as much responsibility as an older person. Some very rare. That's very rare that happens. Some that's very. But I can understand if you want someone within the age range, because sometimes you just feel like you don't want to. Because I know for a man, I know for me, I don't want to sit down worrying about teaching somebody something that they don't know.
But see, I think that's where we make our mistake of putting that stipulation and putting that stigma to say that at 35 you're not mature. There are some 35-year-olds
No. I didn't say
extremely mature.
but there are so I just said
Some.
rarely. There are some, but very rarely. And sometimes you don't want to go through no. It's like you got to give it a test run. Who got time for test run in my life? It's like I don't want to be doing all
No,
that.
and you have some that is of age, and they will sit there and play those games on you still. And you
Yeah,
be thinking like, I know damn well he'll be 99 tomorrow, and I know damn well he ain't sitting over there acting like he's still, you know what I mean, God's gift to women.
Oh,
So we'll
are
do
you
that.
talking about me?
No,
Oh, I'm God gives to women. Oh, I'm God lips to women. Of course, the women love sweet lips. They love sweet lips.
because I'm just saying, yes, that's true. It's very rare because that person might want children, and definitely Cassandra have no. No, let me tell you something right there. Yeah, that person may want kids, but let me tell you, let me put a public service announcement out there. If you go and wrap your lips and wrap your body around someone that's 50 years old and you saying that you in love with that person and you ask them for some kids, it is time to pack your stuff and get out. Because no, let me tell you why. And I keep saying this, and I keep forgetting to read my disclaimer. We are having a conversation here, and let me tell you something. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a marriage counselor, but let me just tell you something. If you meet a person at a certain point in their lives, and you know that you want kids, you should have had them before you even open your mouth and look that person's way.
That's right. I agree. That's right.
Don't come and ask me.
That's right.
And you see grades from the end to the end, and then you're gonna sit up there and tell me, "Oh, I want kids." I'm gonna take it like you playing with me, and then guess what? We're gonna be like Jesus and have the Last Supper, and I'm gonna leave a bill for you to pick up.
But you know, in some cases, someone 35, 40, even 50, some people within that age range don't even want kids. A lot of people say don't want kids. They be like, "Nah, I don't want kids."
That's what I'm saying. There ain't no way you want some kids, and you know doggone well that all these eggs is dried up.
Some people in that price, price, that age group feel like only person I want to take care of myself. I don't want kids. I never had kids.
Right.
Why would I want them? It's like I don't want kids. It's like no. I barely want a dog. It's like no.
Right. And I can honestly say I have never, ever been the one that wants to date a man with some kids. Because let me tell you something. If I thought I heard the word daddy, I was going in a different direction. Because I am telling you, I am that selfish. And I had a child of my own when I was single. But let me tell you something. As a matter of fact, I had my own child and I was raising my nephew. But that does not mean that I want to raise your child. That does not mean I want your child playing. Oh, yes, honey. Now you talking about a selfish mother? Oh, no. I'm going to tell you right here. Like I said, when I speak the truth. Don't you dare have any kids and think that we're about to be in a serious relationship. I will not. That was the one thing I said that I would never do. I would never and have never played step nobody to nobody. And my kids was not about to be sitting over here talking about this my sister. No, I am not married to him. And if you say that again, they got to get out still. So no. Some people just don't. And I'm just being upfront and honest. I'm just being honest. Anybody that know me tell you will tell you, no, I never had any interest in a man that had children. It was just not my thing. It was just not. I was not doing baby mama drama. I was not doing giving your child time to get used to me. I was not doing any of it. And the Lord already knew. So that's why, you know what I mean? Even the guys that was trying to talk to me that had some kids, I was upfront and honest. I was upfront and honest and said, do not put your heart into this because my heart is not here.
That's understandable.
Cassandra said, I am a great-great-grandma, girl. Just because you ain't got to give your great-great-grandma don't mean that your kids can't sit up there and play Fortnite with your husband. I'm just messing with you, girl. I'm just messing with you. I am just messing with you. Lady Khan said, where are you from? I am from New York. I am from the Bronx, New York. But no, guys, really. She said, that's all right, girl. Don't try to put me with the young man. 500. Now, okay, so let me just give you another example of unity. Making decisions together, such as financial planning or major life choices. Making life choices and making major plans together. That's how you have to do that. It's together. I'm telling you, you know, like love is just beautiful. Love just beautiful. And let me tell you my other take on why I feel the way I do. Because when you're in a relationship, that relationship is there, it's going, yeah. But there's just certain things that you're limited to. And I keep saying this, and this is the reason why I say that there's no way that I am going to spend all this time and probably enjoyed every moment. And we're in this relationship for better, for worse. And then all of a sudden something happens and your sister come and tell me that I'm not allowed to come in there, or your brother comes and tell the doctor, no, she can't make no decisions. It's like you spend this time and someone else will just come in there and have more rights than you, but you were once in love with this here person. Y'all did everything together. And if you did not get along with that family, those fools will come in and pull rank. They will come in and pull rank. You know, let's say that, you know, you had a discussion with your significant other, you know, if something happens, I don't want them, you know what I mean, keeping me alive on all these machines, pull the plug. And then you go and say, no, he said he want to pull the plug. And then all of a sudden somebody else come in and say, no, I said, just let him suffer. Leave him alone. No.
You know, see, when you put it that way, I can understand. No. That's why when you get married, I mean, you owe. But I just feel like there's ways, even when you're not married, to handle all that before certain things happen.
Right, and it just still depends on the state that you live in.
Yes, right. In certain states, you can actually give your significant other or your girlfriend, you can actually give them power of attorney over everything.
You can give.
Once you do that, if you go to court and you do that, that takes that there's no getting past that.
No. You can challenge this, and there's nothing that you can do in life. Everything that's done in life, there's a challenge there for it. And like I said, it only comes when you have that messy Marvin and nosy Rosie that, you know, y'all ain't talking 100 years now. All of a sudden they just coming out of the woodwork.
Because you're right. Because I always feel like if you've been with somebody for a certain period of time, many years, and certain things going, I just think family, friend, I don't care who it is, they should respect that person just the way they respect them.
You know how many?
Like, hey,
Right. Do you know how many hospitals there was fights outside because everybody want to do this and everybody want to do that? And let me tell you something. And then the crazier part about that is if you turn around and you guys are not married, but you have kids, your kids are your next of kin, not the person that you're with. Not the person. And let me tell you something. And I just believe that really God designed it that way for a reason, to try to get more people to just make that union together in his eyes, the way he intended it to be. But like I said, but I do not believe in my heart of heart that if you're not married, that you receive no mercies and no blessings. No, because the love from the Most High is unconditional. Because I just believe that the Holy Spirit will continue to change us. And when we submit to the Holy Spirit, sometimes we do make the changes that we never thought that we would make. That's what I want to say. But to each his own. And, we all go through trials and tribulations. And it's just always beautiful because as I read the scripture, that you move together. You move together. Two is always better than one. Two minds is always better than one. Two incomes is always better than one. It is having that mate there with the hopes that it will turn into something that is based on scripture, that is based on the foundation that a marriage was built on. And we know it was built that way because when God the Son made Adam and he breathed that breath of life into his nostrils, and then he put him back to sleep to give him that helpmate. That was a marriage. So our foundation is built on a marriage. But just the way it happened, Eve, thank you, Eve, for ruining it for all of us. And still you have the serpent, you have the devil, honey, you have these demonic spirits that's still trying to just get into our heads and tell us that that's an ugly thing and it's not worth it. And you know what I mean? But like I said, over time, people need time to come to accept the ways of the Lord, to me. Because I understand, I knew this lady years ago. She was living with this man for over 25 years. They never got married, but they had a son together. And when he died, the wife he had never divorced. She had a lot of child. Yeah. Now it's one thing. Look at here. And I do want to say, and let me put this public service announcement out there too. If you were a man or a woman, do make sure that they divorce, because that will happen. Something will be going on and you live with this man all these years, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, someone that says that, they Mrs. Jones come in and pull rank over you. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of things that we just have to. I don't think she put a demand on him to get a divorce. Well, you know what? That's just, an unfortunate situation. And, a lot of times, what I do find is that a man or woman, they will hold on and not quickly go and get that divorce, because that just tells that next person that you with, look at here, girl, stop asking me about marriage, and because I can't find her and I ain't looking for her either. So I'm not married. You know what I mean? Yep. It's just this, hey, look at here. But it's life. And those are the things that we go through. But at the same time, we have to come to a mutual understanding with our partner. So it doesn't matter what this person thinks. It doesn't matter what that person thinks. It matters what the person that you're living with. And if you're with someone that says, hey, I'm okay, what you fighting with?
Right.
Who else are you trying to please? You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's only the one person that you have to please. And, there are areas, this is what I truly believe. I just believe, and this is truly from my heart, like, I just believe that the Most High knows each and every one of us. He knows our strength. He knows our weaknesses. He knows better than the person that we're sleeping next to how much of a change that we will go through, how much we are willing to give into. And so that's why I say I don't believe that he will take something from us and make us go without just because, we're still in a state of weakness, because at the end of the day, no one's perfect.
That's right.
No one's perfect. Like he knows that, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to bring you the word as it's given to me. But coming out my mouth, I'm coming, you know what I mean? I just let the Holy Spirit just flow. And whatever he says I need to say is what needs to be said. And he also knows as much as I struggle to do what is right, that if I'm pushed too much, like, oh yeah, oh, you talking about cussing? Oh no, I have favorite words. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a weakness there. As much as I sit here and say that, the Bible tells us to be submissive to our husbands. But then you do notice that I say, if he is leading you down a rabbit hole, let him go.
That's
Why
true.
would you go down the rabbit hole with a person that I don't care if I'm married to you 5 minutes, 10 years. You're not about to drag me down with you.
That's true.
So, but that is just part of our flesh. Like there's some things that I can give into, and there's some things I'm just not going to budge on. I'm just not going to budge on it. And that's why I said he knows us better than we know ourselves, and he knows us better than the person that we're laying next to. He knows what it's going to take to get us where we're at, and that's why he's working on us. He's working and he's working and he's working and he's trying to change our hearts. He's trying to change our minds, and that's the job of the Holy Spirit, because I just think that it doesn't matter what relationship that you are in, and especially when you take that relationship and move it into a marriage, that just because the Bible says that my husband is the head of the household and I treat him as the head of the household, it does not mean that I lose my voice, and it does not mean that I lose my identity.
I agree. Here's the thing. Let me ask this. So if you're not married, shouldn't the man still be the head of the household?
This is my true belief.
Oh man.
Listen, why you go and ask me that question?
Hold on. So because I already know, so he ain't gonna get no points because he ain't married.
Let me just say again, this is what I believe. I truly believe that if you're with a man, then allow that man to wear the pants. Okay. Allow the man to wear the pants. But I truly believe if you want to be that head of that household, then you should be the husband as the head of the household.
Oh Lord, I knew you were gonna put that in there.
If you are my boyfriend, I'm going to allow you to put the pants on and be the man in the relationship. But truly, you are not my husband, so you are the head of nothing.
Hold up.
No, you're just not the head.
No,
At
no.
this point, you're the tail.
So, okay, but here's the thing. But wouldn't that be the same way that a man can feel about a woman? See, but if he said that, if he said to a woman, well, you know what, you ain't my wife, so
Exactly.
I mean, you pretty much
No,
ain't next to nothing.
You
I
just
mean,
have
you ain't
some women that be going around talking about, oh, and it irks, irks my soul because my husband. Heifer, this is not your husband. This your. If you, I do not like when people use that word loosely.
you know, and I agree. But here's the thing. I feel like this way. I keep saying, if you've been with someone many years, we talking over 10, 20 years, that woman should still be the same woman that she's always been. That man can still be the head of the household. That woman can still do the things that she's been doing.
Household.
But why not? Just because you don't have a certificate, you don't have a marriage license? Come on.
Right, no.
Come on. That's unfair.
Yeah, no. I believe
that's like saying,
you are in a relationship.
But if the man is not the head of the household, then that's like saying to a woman, well, since you ain't my wife, you less than.
But you decided to put yourself in that category.
But he's not going to treat her like less than.
And you should not treat her.
Hold on, he's going to treat her like that's his wife. No matter, even though we ain't married, but I'm going to treat you with that wife status because that's how I feel about it. You can't give
me a wife status if you didn't give me the papers to say that I was wife status. That's what I'm saying. No.
It's about the papers.
Mix apples and oranges. We cannot mix apples and oranges because it's totally different. If I am your girlfriend and you are my boyfriend, we are boyfriend and girlfriend. If I am your wife and you are my husband, we are husband and wife.
All right. So what papers did they have back in the day? In the Bible, I'm pretty sure they ain't had no paperwork.
In the back of the day, that Adam and Eve was ordained in marriage by Jesus himself.
No, I'm talking about after the fact. I'm talking about after that. And there was no paperwork. Nobody had no paperwork for no marriage.
People have been getting married. People were getting married back in the day and having kids at 103.
Yeah, but hold up. But there were no marriage certificate. They were just
there was always a marriage certificate. There was always marriage certificates. There was always marriage
paperwork for no marriage certificates.
No.
They were just
they've been married.
They married and they go about their business.
And beat them into the stone. Married. It's always been a marriage. No. I don't. Let me tell you something. This is what I just don't believe in. I don't believe in walking around and saying, oh, my husband, when you know that this is a boyfriend. I don't believe in going around saying, oh, this is my brother-in-law, when you know that's just your boyfriend's brother. You know what I mean? Because if I got to do all that pretending, then just give me the real deal. But like you said, when two people have matured and come into agreement and it's not forced, but you cannot want a title for something that you have not worked for. Okay, you cannot.
But here's the thing. That's just maybe just me. But no matter who I'm with, if I'm with someone for a certain amount of years, it don't make a difference. Less than 5 years. No matter what, I'm going to treat her with that wife status. She ain't my wife, but I'm going to treat her with that wife status. I'm going to treat her the same way that if we was married, just with the same respect, the same. No matter, it's because here's the thing:
you should respect the person, no matter.
But that's what I'm saying. Because that relationship, because
without even looking at it,
but even if you're in a relationship, right? You can't. Then everybody will say, you know what? Hey, I ain't got to do all this and that because you ain't my wife. It's like you just my girlfriend. You've been with this person 15 years. 15 years. So they don't got. That's why some states have common law marriage. If you've been with someone for
some recognize and some don't.
Yes, some do. Some don't. It's like come on. It's like you might as well. But Woo! I tell you, you don't throw men on, throw them out the ship.
Oh,
You
no,
don't
no,
throw them
no,
under
no.
the
I'm not throwing, that's man or woman. No, no, no. I don't speak from one side. I don't speak from one side. I am saying for both of them. If this man is doing right by you and you're a woman and you're saying that you're okay with this situation, then you are okay with that situation. But don't you open your mouth and say my husband, because at the end of the day, he's not your husband and you're only fooling yourself and people are laughing at you.
You know what's so funny? Because you say that, but to this day, people still do that.
People do it all the time.
Yeah, and you know when they
No,
ain't married,
that's what I'm
but it's
saying.
just
A lot of times it's what you are looking for. Some people are comfortable and they still believe in God. But
yeah,
like that's why I said the Most High knows his children better than the person that pushed them out, better than the person that they are sleeping next to. He knows what you're going to give into, and he knows what he needs to continue to work on you. But let me tell you something. He's not going to forsake you. He's not going to abandon you because you did not marry this person, but you have a kind heart. You have forgiveness in your heart. You show patience because guess what? At the end of the day, you are still treating this person with respect.
yeah.
You are still showing this person love. Why would he abandon you? That's why I said I don't believe it. I don't. My heart is fixed that he's not going to look at you and look at all the good deeds that you are doing and say that you get no brownie points in. I'm not going to bless you with the house and I'm not going to bless you with the car because when it's all said and done, you show love, you show patience, you have understanding, you have forgiveness. He ain't going to sit there and abandon you just because you didn't get married to someone. Yeah, what he's saying that it would be nice to be married, you know, in the eyes of the Lord. You know what I mean? To me, and it's just me. And like I said, we all grow, we all move, you know, at a different pace. But to me, I just believe that if I love you enough and you have all the love in the world for me, then we should be able to take that love to the next level. And if I already said that this is what I'm looking for up front, and you already said to me, this is not what you are looking for, then we are no longer together. That's just me. That's just me. Now, if I say, "Hey, look, I don't want no kids. I don't want to get married," and you say, "Oh, yeah, okay, you know, I don't want that either," we good to go.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, no,
But
I agree.
that's why I said sometimes we have to think, how do we get here when we were already on two different levels? We were already on two different levels. Why would I waste my time with someone that is not looking to settle down and be married? If that's not what you want, and I know that's what I want, I'm out the door. Let me tell you something. And this is the reason why we had said in the beginning, have that conversation the minute you say, this is a person that I want to date. Hey, you know what? Let's hook up, let's get together. That conversation, boom, that should be the first thing. You looking to get married, how you feel about kids? And if, hey, look, I ain't into all that. That's not what I'm looking for. Why are you there?
That's
Why
true.
would you be wasting your time? For what?
I
You
agree.
already know that that's not what that person is looking for. So you sitting over there and you think that what? You throw your coochie on him, you know what I mean, 3 or 4 times a day, that's going to change his mind. No, that's going to make him feel good and he going to ride that out. And guess what? At the end of the day, he or she going to leave anyway.
That's true. I agree.
He or
That's
she is going to leave anyway.
that's true.
Guys, this is Sledge and Sweet Lips. And sorry, YouTube, this time you can hear Sweet Lips, but you just can't see Sweet Lips. The Swing's lips in the West. But this is our discussion on the things that the conversations that need to take place when you enter into a relationship. Stop always looking for what makes you feel good. Because at the end of the day, when that feeling is gone, you have two people that have nothing in common. And then again, why are you there?
Well, when it comes to Sweet Lips, if the feeling is good, it'll never go away. I'm telling you, you always feel sweet to the bone, sweet to the bone.
Somebody,
But anyway.
somebody come together. Somebody, anybody. But guys, this is our topic right here.
Yes.
Let these marriages last. Know what it is that you want. If you're with a person and that person say, you know what, we can love each other and we never have to get married, then that's where you belong. But if you're with a person that said, I am looking to get married, and that person is telling you that he or she is not, and that person is saying that I'm not willing to change, again, why are you there? But here's the flip side. I keep saying, and I will say over and over, as a married woman, you should never lose your voice in any relationship. You should never want to be with a person that tries to silence you. You should never want to be with a person that's willing to take away your rights. Just because you decide that you want to get married does not mean that you take my voice and my rights away. To work together as one, we have to come together on common ground. We have things that we need to discuss: finances, children, the boundaries. There's just boundaries that you cannot cross, because she is your wife. She is not your slave. Because he is your husband. He is not your slave.
Well,
unity together. You are to come as one. And to come as one, that means there's two voices there. Get together. Come to some type of agreement.
No slavery, she said. Only behind closed doors.
This is why Sweet Lips feel the way he feels, because he feels like when people get married, they change. And some people, when they get married, they do change. Or all of a sudden, where you going? Because I'm your wife and you didn't tell. Yeah, you know what? But that communication should be right there when you're saying to this person, hey, I'm going to go over here for a bit. Why can't you just say where you going? Because then you start thinking things like, this fool cheating on me. But then also the flip side to this, and I say that when you start having problems, pray on it. Pray on it. Because too often and too fast, everybody quick to run somewhere else. And all of a sudden you back to being single again.
But suppose some people just want to be single. And I mean, here's the thing. Like I said, some people don't want to be married. Some people be in a long time. And some people just like a friend with benefits.
If you going to be somebody's booty call, then you shut your mouth and turn your ass up in the air. What are you complaining about? You already knew what the deal was. And this is what be getting me about. No, you laughing. But this be getting me about some people in these relationships. Yeah, because, and suddenly he was cheating on me. He was cheating already when he met you. So if you thought that you had the golden whatever you call between your legs and you was going to change his mind and you was going to keep him, well, guess what? When he turns around and go upstairs to Loose Lily, shut your mouth. You already knew what it was.
Oh, honesty, for real, I seen the thing on TikTok where the lady was speaking, a much older lady, probably my age bracket, when she was saying that how at once she wanted to get married, but then and she had a kid. Her kids are grown anyway, but she was just also saying like at a certain time she realized like there's times that she thought she met the right person, didn't work out, but then she had to realize like do I really want to be married? And her thing was, do I really want to share a bathroom with somebody? Do I really want to share? She was like, and I had to realize to myself that no, I really truly don't. I don't want to do none of that. And I'm fine with the way things are. Right. I'm fine with, if I meet someone and, it's like a friend's benefit or whatever, fine. But I don't want to be with someone. I realized that years later, I'm fine with the way my life is.
But
I don't want to share no
marriage and relationships is not for everybody.
Yeah, because she was just saying, I was like, that makes it. She was like, because if I do, then if I get with someone, then we have to get a different house. He has to have his own bathroom. I have to have my own. She's like, it's just a lot. I don't want to share. I like the way my life is, period. And I was like, that makes sense. That's straight to the point.
And learn the word prenup. So if something happened, you take what you have. I'll take what you have. You take what you have. I take what I have, and we go our separate ways. But if love is there, the love is there, then you will work on it. Pray and wait for the Lord to give you an answer. And let me tell you something. And I've said this before. For those that's in abusive relationships, you can pray and you can wait for an answer without filing for a divorce or whatever the case may be. But if you remain there and you know this fool or this heifer going upside your head, there's no way that God, the Father, God, the Son, the Holy Spirit told you to sit there and take those blows.
That's true.
You are still a child of God. Now, why would a father want someone to beat on his children? You can go stay somewhere else.
That's true.
You don't have to remain in that toxic environment. But let me tell you something. And that's why I said that is the flip side to me. Because let me tell you something. You hit me once and I'm out. I'm mad when you tell me shut up too many times. Matter of fact, don't even tell me shut up. Just ask me to be quiet. There are times when you have to use common sense.
Yeah.
You have to have common sense. You know what Kenny Rogers said, you got to know when to hold, know when to hold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You have to know. You can
but
pray.
But don't take it as some of you people think if you're in a marriage or a relationship and y'all have a disagreement or an argument, that don't mean it's time to break up or run out. Because
that's what I'm saying.
To me, you weak. It's like these things happen. Not everything's going to be all peaches and cream all the time.
Nothing in life is ever peaches and cream.
No.
Nothing in life is ever easy. But if you have a disagreement, and we spoke about this the other day, and it all comes back down to communication and respect and boundaries. If you know that this conversation is getting heated and someone is saying, hey, you know what? Let's end this conversation because it's not going anywhere. Allow that person to breathe and move away.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Don't try to take away somebody's their voice. Yeah. Don't try to sit there
and take a vacation for a while. Go away for 2 weeks.
When you know that you are the problem, accept that you are the problem and change. Don't try to sit up there and browbeat someone else and then try to play mental games like, no, because when I asked you to find my sock, you told me no. So I went out for 3 days. Like,
man, wow.
Come to a mutual understanding in the beginning. And that's what I said. This day and time, all of these things needs to be discussed before you take that next step.
Yep.
And even though I don't believe in shacking up for long periods of time, do it. Be inviting that brother over, invite that sister over and see how they move. Watch them, because that's going to tell you a whole lot. So living together for a little bit, that to me, that should happen. And when that happens, let me tell you something. You put this part in, I put this part in. So we going in 50-50 already.
Yeah, you got to, that's why I said you got to test the product. You want to test the product.
You want to test the product and put them in bed all the time. I'm saying,
I'm saying I mean, you wanna make sure things because you want to test.
No, I'm saying financial and
yeah,
everything.
but just the product meaning y'all come together.
You can't be messing with Sweet Lips because Sweet Lips want to test your product. He always wants some sugar
test
grow.
the product meaning that you come together, y'all live together. You want to see if this will work
Marriage
out.
is a give and take.
You know,
right? Marriage is a give and take.
See if things will work out. That's what I'm saying.
You want to see things, but it can not only be. Let's see how fast we can take our clothes off. Work out.
No, I'm saying you want to see how things work out when y'all live together. Because like we said before, I said it before.
Right.
You can be with somebody. Everybody's fronting until they live together. Then you see who
that's true.
truly is.
You have people that front and they putting on a facade, trying to act like they the smoothest brother or the smoothest sister until all of a sudden you realize that you're sleeping with the enemy.
You can move in with someone. Here's the thing: you move in with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and then realize, you know what? This person don't like to clean. They don't like to pay bills. It's like, well, what the heck? That's how you know. But some people want to wait, like, oh, everything's all good, and then they wait and figure, okay, we're gonna get a house together, we're gonna get a place together, and then you move in, and then you find out too late. It's like, okay, hold up, you
it's never too late to go ahead and put them out.
Yeah, well, it's too late once y'all sign a lease together. We all know the law.
It ain't too late. Let me tell you something. You go and take your name off the lease. You give them go ahead. You better be out of there. You better be heading for the hills.
That's why ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because I said that's why you should stay with a person at least 2 years and should know a lot about that person, even if you're not living with that person. And let me tell you something that you also need to be aware of. When they say, watch how a person treat their mother or watch how a person treat their father, I just truly believe that.
What?
Because, sometimes they say that if you look at a man and a man is quick to cuss his mother out, a woman is quick to cuss her mother out, cuss out this person, cuss out that person, let me tell you something, you're with a ticking time bomb.
Hold up. But wait a minute. I kind of agree with that, but there's another side to it too. It's hard to judge someone in that way because here's the thing. You never know what they've been through in their upbringing with that parent. You never know that they have.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Watch how they meet the person that raised them. Watch how they treat the person that raised them. And watch how a person move when all of a sudden, let me tell you what your first clue is, that every time you and him get into it, the next thing you know, some of his homeboys or his cousin or his sister or his mother calling you, questioning you. You should know that you're with an immature person. You at the head for the hills. Yeah. Boy, girl, man, woman, I don't care who you are. Head for the hills.
That I agree with. Because how in the, I just want to say, from a man's point of view, what in the hell I look like having my mama call my girlfriend fighting for me and complaining about that? Yeah, I would not in a million years. Not in a million years.
This is why the Bible tells us to, whatever situation that we have, pray on it before you start bringing outsiders in. And if you have your homegirl or your homeboy that's supposed to be real tight and lips should be sealed, and all of a sudden they walk through your door and start running their mouths about what you did to their friends, you're in the wrong relationship. Guys, know what it is that you are getting into and know your worth, and don't settle for anything less. No, you have to know your worth. Because let me tell you something, you're looking for somebody to make you happy, but if you can't make yourself happy, for damn sure the person you laying next to, you're not going to make that person happy either.
Because Sweet Lips know his worth. Let me say, I'm worth 2 apple pies, a pumpkin pie. I like the cheesecake. I'm worth a cheesecake.
Yes. Know your worth. Know your worth. Know what it is that you are looking for in a relationship. But let me tell you something again before we go, and I say it and I say it and let me say it again. You are in a marriage. You are equal partnership. The man is the head of the household. The woman is his helpmate. you should treat yourself with such dignity and respect that a man will look at you like you're just his queen. You should treat yourself with so much respect that a woman will look at you like, this is my king. Like you both have to put each other on this pedestal and hold each other there. Sometimes the roles reverse. Sometimes you just have to, you know what? Well, honey, you're gonna have to sit at home, and I don't mind going out doing the, working. Because when you start basing your relationship on a dollar amount, you have failed that relationship already. You have failed that marriage already.
I say it all the time. I'm Sweet Lips the king.
If you cannot compromise, you have doomed your relationship from the beginning. You have doomed it. And when you see all of this going on while you are boyfriend and girlfriend, I asked again, how did you make it to a husband and wife? Trying to run into something because somebody else, your best friend got married. Now you want to get married. The neighbor upstairs says she got married. Now you're running to get married for the wrong thing.
What about the cooking part? I mean, a woman shouldn't get married if she can't cook.
Guys, Sweet Lip must be quiet.
I don't want the other can like I'm a cat.
And let me tell you something. If a woman cannot cook and that's her only downfall, then cook.
Lordy be.
Guess what? She can clean, she can bear the kids, she can go to work. Know your worth. See, that's what I'm saying. Know your worth. That old days about the woman belong in the kitchen. No, both parties belong in the kitchen. Discuss these things.
You go in the kitchen, man. Go in the kitchen when the food's ready.
Sweet Lip. So Sweetness teacher. This is what I'm saying, Cassandra. He a whole fool in one. Hey, everyone. This is Sledge, and that is my little brother who's just looking for a cook and looking for somebody to be barefoot and in the kitchen. But
now now before we go, let me just let's say this. Sweet Lips can cook. Sweet Lips can sew.
He can do a lot of things.
Sweet Lips, we don't need a woman to do jack. But I love a woman that can cook and clean. That's all I'm saying.
But guys, if you run into somebody that's lacking something and it's something that you desire, teach them. Don't sit there and ridicule them. Don't sit there and talk down about them. Because let me tell you something. We all read about bullying. You can be a bully in a marriage. You can be a bully in the relationship. Don't be a bully, because like everything else that's going on around us, you have some husbands and some wives, even in a marriage, that their voices were taken from them, and then they're out here committing suicide. Okay. No bullying. Don't do that. Like, that is not cool.
I agree.
That is not cool. But this is Sweet Lips, and this is Sledge.
And thanks for joining us, Mr. Baker. Thank you very much.
Thank you, YouTube, for joining us. Don't forget to hit the like and share button, guys. And we will see you tomorrow to continue on. We are speaking on unity. We went a little, it was still on unity, but we are speaking on unity. Everyone, if you love that person that you are laying next to, discuss things, have that communication, talk about the finances, talk about communication, talk about how you feel, about someone yelling, because you just have somebody just he was yelling at me, you was yelling, I was so hurt I had to run to my mother's for 5 days. Work it out. 2024, these marriages are going to be so strong. Y'all be looking for us to give us stars. That's how strong it will be. Thank you so much, Cassandra. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, everyone out there, for joining us. We appreciate the feedback. Hey, it's Sweet Lips. It is Sledge.